Play more consistent. That is the tip that is going to allow you to instantly win more matches and beat players that are even better than you. Today I'm going to show you how to become more consistent and how easy it is to beat people by using this tactic. So remember, in Padel, the team that loses is the team that makes the most mistakes. You don't want to be a player that plays with lots of winners but also lots of mistakes. Someone that does an amazing shot like that and then the next three they hit out or they dump it in the net. That's not the best way to play Padel. You're going to end up losing a lot of matches and not beating those players that are a little bit better than them, or beating players that may be even worse than them on paper. Guys, I've got so much other content covering all these types of tips. If you are enjoying, make sure to drop a like and consider subscribing as well. I really wanted to hit 10,000 subscribers before January. I don't think it's going to happen, but with your help, it could. One thing I see all of the time is someone will play an amazing shot. They'll play like an amazing volley down in the corner or down low, and then the next shot they'll dump straight in the net or they'll hit it long, and that's because they're trying to almost one up the shot they just did. They try and make the shot even better. They try and add even more spin to the ball. They add even more power rather than what they should do, which is just keep it the same. So often when I'm coaching someone, if they play a really nice bandeka or a volley, I'll say do the exact same again. Don't try and one up your shots or make them even better. Just keep it solid and keep it the same. How can we train consistency? How can we become really consistent players? A lot of people go into a game and they have like a million shots going through their head of what they could do, and that's when the mistake comes. When instead, if you train specific shots and where you're going to play them, you'll become a player that knows exactly what they're going to do on the court, and you've got less chance of missing. Get yourself a basket of balls. You don't even have to have a basket. You could just go down to the court with a few balls. You can go with a friend or you can go on your own. You can take balls and practice specific shots. For example, now I'm just going to go here, hit a ball on the glass. I'm just going to practice going down the middle. And then when it comes to the game, it will be so much easier to do. You can beat better players by being more solid than them. They could be a little bit technically better. They could have a bit more skill, a slightly better shot than you, maybe capable of more spin and more technique. You're more solid than them, you're most likely going to beat them. Look at when I play me versus Jake. Jake's a technically better player. He looks better on the court. I look a little bit all over the place, but I still managed to beat him by playing consistent. This isn't to say that technique's not important, because believe me, it is. But I'm saying that consistency can take you so far in Padel and get you beating better players. So a few hacks to really build that consistency. One would be to lob a lot more. I've mentioned this so much before, but literally watch 5 minutes of the World Padel Tour and tell me how much they lob. Like, I was watching it earlier and they're lobbing like half the time. Like from the defensive point of view, they're playing volley, lob, bandeka, lob, vibora, lob. So why not copy them? Why not do it yourself? Just keep sticking that ball up. It gives you so much time and it's unlikely the ball's going out. And also it forces the opponent to play a tricky overhead, which is a high chance of missing. Stick to playing the ball down the middle. When you get a bandeka or a volley or a vibora or a bahada or a ground stroke or playing off the wall, play down the middle like more than half the time, like 70–75% of the time. It's not going to miss, and also you'll notice the opponents, they're going to shift in slowly because they'll notice a pattern. It's pattern recognition. The opponents will notice you're playing down the middle, they'll shift in together, and then suddenly those gaps down the line that were very small when you first started are slowly widening up and becoming bigger. If you're playing too fast and hard, the likelihood of the ball going out rises massively. Now the great news is that in Padel you don't need to play the ball hard. Every single coach I'm sure has told you, play soft, play in slow, half the power on all of your shots. I say as a rule, play 50%. This was something I was told and that really helped stick in my head. Play 50% of your ultimate power. So hit the ball as hard as you can and then half that. When you watch World Padel Tour, you'll notice that the speed of the points is very, very quick. The ball's going very fast between points and it's sometimes hard to keep up. If you actually look at the majority of the shots, they're all played with medium pace and slow, kind of around that speed there. They'll play even slower ones. They'll play. This kind of goes with nearly every single shot as well. So if I want to practice my volleys, I'll take a basket down and I'll literally just go down the middle. That's a good shot. That's very hard for a lot of players to get back. It doesn't have to be this incredible shot. If you play in that pattern of consistency where you're always lobbing and you're always playing down the middle, your opponents will realize and they'll change their play. Suddenly they're not going to stand as close to the net because they know a lob's coming, which means there's space in front of them. Suddenly they're going down the middle and there's space down the line. If you're playing anywhere you want, you're playing with winners and mistakes with no direction, your opponent will find it very, very, very easy to beat you. Another thing just as important as building consistency is how to win Padel tournaments. You can do that by watching this video right here. Do it now, click it.